Okay, so now we're doing multi-step equations. So as you can see, these are a little bit more intense than it was before. So we practiced just dribbling. We practiced walking and dribbling. Now we're going to be running and dribbling and passing. Okay, so we're building our basketball repertoire up and up. Okay, so there's no steps to this one because it's kind of what we did in 2.1, but now there's just an equal sign. So as you can see, we've thrown the distributive property back in here. So our first step is to, after we draw the river, so that's always the first thing we do is draw the river. Now we're going to distribute. Okay, we want to distribute that 3 to everything in there, and that becomes 3x minus 15. And then I just bring the 4 down and equals 10. Okay, now we're going to combine our like terms. I don't know if you remember that. But now we're going to combine our like terms. So I have a 4 minus 15. Okay, so you can rewrite those next to each other. 4 minus 15 plus 3x equals, I'm going to write this 10 in green as well because that's also a like term technically. So now 4 minus 15 is negative 11 plus 3x equals 10. And now now that we've combined our like terms, now we have a two-step equation. So we do the opposite of whatever this is. So this is subtracting 11. So then I add 11, and I do that to both sides. Okay, so I'm left on the left with 3x, and then 10 plus 11 is 21. And now I divide both sides by 3. And I get x is equal to 7. Okay, so let's just reiterate. I multiplied or distributed the 3 in. Then I combined my like terms on the left side. And then I simplified by adding 11 to both sides. That left me with 3x equals 21. Which I knew was multiplication, and the opposite of multiplication was division, and that's how I got x is equal to 7. So I want you to try example 2 on your own now. So take a moment and try example 2. Okay, so you should always draw the river. Then we know we have to do the distributive property, but we're not distributing a positive 2. We're distributing a negative 2. So it's negative 2x minus 12 equals 7. Bring the 9 down. Combining our like terms, 9 minus 12. 9 minus 12 minus 2x equals 7 is negative 3 minus 2x equals 7. And now we do the opposite of subtraction, which is adding 3. On the left, I'm left with negative 2x equals 10. Divide by negative 2. And I'm left with x is equal to negative 5. Okay, that's a 5. In case we didn't know. So negative 5 there. All right. So, looking at example 3. There's something a little different. There's just 2 distributive properties. So now we just distribute them both at the same time. So I'm going to draw my river. I would draw my river a little long because this is going to be a lot of details that we're doing. Okay, a lot of steps. So the first thing is we distribute both of those values. So I get 45 minus 5x plus 2x plus 6 equals 23. We're combining our like terms, so 45 plus 6. And then our minus 5x plus 2x equals 23. Now 45 plus 6 is 51. And then negative 5x plus 2x is negative 3x equals 23. Okay, so we always do addition or subtraction first. So the opposite of a positive 51 is to subtract 51 from both sides. That leaves me on the left with a negative 3x. And 23 minus 51, throw that in your calculator. You should get negative 28. Okay, now divide both sides by negative 3. And now it should give you a fraction. It should give you 9 1/3, positive 9 1/3. Okay, so be really careful about your signs because I almost made a sign mistake there. Okay, so I want you to try example number 4 on your own. You're going to get a decimal answer, so just round that to the 100th. So round to the 100th. So that's your second decimal place, in case you didn't remember. Okay, so do example 4, round to the 100th place. Okay, so I distributed. Remember, you're distributing a negative 3 here, a negative 3 here. So it should be a plus 21 and a minus 6. And then you're taking half of 8, which is 4, and half of negative 2, which is negative 1. And you combine all your like terms, and you should get down to this here. Then you do the opposite of addition, so subtract 29. And then the opposite of multiplication, so you divide by negative 7. And again, we said round to the 100th place, the second decimal place, so you get 2.71.